This is Tankard of Ale from the Betrayal server on Rappelz. If you can hear this, we're doing good. If you can't hear this, we're doing bad. I hope you can hear this. Hopefully the music is not too crazy. It says we're live, but I don't see any. There we go. I see it. Okay, so what we're going to be doing today is running through Palomir Plateau 1 to get to the boss room, basically. I'm just going to turn some stuff off on my computer because I got a lot of things going on here. I want as much processing power dedicated to what we're about to do as possible. Turning off Discord even. That's asking for problems, huh? Alright, so I'm in Palomir Plateau 1 on my main account, Tankard of Ale. There are basically two options to run through this dungeon. I prefer the easiest path versus the shortest path. Alright, so the monsters in this dungeon range from level 90 to like 115, I think. I'll show you where some of the monsters get a little harder. These guys are only in their 90s. Notice I'm 172, so even if I kill them, I won't get any experience, or I get a little experience, but not enough. So I'm just basically want to run through here and show you. So you have two options. You can go right or left. We're going to go right. I prefer going the right path. And when you go right at that split, you get to this first room here, and this is the first controller. The first warp gate you want to take is gate 11. Let's make note of gate 11 right here. We're going to go through, go in, go in. It doesn't want to go in, so it's always helpful when it doesn't want to cooperate. Alright. We're going to head south, make this turn toward the west, and veer south once again, sort of, kind of. We're heading toward controller number, I think this is 2. I don't remember. We'll get there. Yeah, controller number 2. And here you'll find a mini boss, and I think this one is Shattering Maul, yeah. So this guy is a mini boss here. You can see he's a little different. He's special. Just to show you I can own them. Just yeah, I'm not even using like heart attacks, just normal level stuff. And he's dead. So he died. Alright, so this is where we're going to make a turn toward the right or east if you're going to use cardinal directions. And basically the idea is to go, the boss's rooms are toward the north, so eventually we're going to be making a turn north right here. And our primary goal is to go north as much as possible. If you get confused or lost, Google maps of Palomir Plateau. Some of them aren't real great. I'm going to let you know that ahead of time. But some are pretty good and will help you get around, basically. Looks like people in my guild want to do stuff, but I'm doing this, so that's fine. Don't have a lot of time to play, per se, myself today, so want to make sure I get good use of the time I do have, and I'm doing that right now. Alright, so we're going to veer. So anywhere you see this dark, if you look up here in the top right on the mini-map, let's make the mini-map a little bigger, huh? Anytime you see this dark spot, that is a controller. If you're going toward one of those, you're doing okay. Made the mini-map a little bigger. So is it a mini-map or is it Dark Flame is another one of the bosses? He's level 100, also known as rank 5. Rank 5 starts from level 100 to level 119. At 120, monsters and players are rank 6. The highest possible rank is 7. And then there's some tiers within that. So we're going to take Warp Gate 3. If you're a low player like level 90 to 105, Warp Gate 4, I'll just go in here really fast. This is a good room to solo in, or even a small party. The monsters are right near the rank 5 level. This one's 101. These guys are like 99 and 100. We're going to go ahead and pop out of here, though. So basically the warp gate you want to take to get toward the end is Warp Gate 3. It's down the hill. So if you get lost, just remember after the controller room, you want to go down the hill and go through Warp Gate number 3. This will enable you to continue our northward journey, sort of, kind of. We'll go into this big open room. There's all these little side rooms here on the mini-map, like this one to the most northwest point is, that's good for another solo spot. Usually you won't encounter too many people in here. Occasionally you will. It happens. And you can see the monsters get a little harder the further along you go. And then we're going to make a turn toward the east again. Perfect. Perfect. And then this is what I call the walk like an Egyptian room up here. See, it's got a head and 2 arms. Looks like the guy, like the walk like the Egyptian dance. For any of you 80s kids out there, you know what I'm talking about. You want to go down through the right arm, basically, which is Warp Gate number 16. I do landmarks. I don't really remember the numbers. And then we come out the left arm, which is great. Oh, yeah. The Harpies are probably one of the hardest mob types in this dungeon. The range on them is pretty far. They're a ranged fighter, so they will find you from far away and start shooting arrows at you, which is great. Just want to make sure we're still streaming. Looks like everything's working okay. I don't see any encoding issues, which is good. Was trying to do this before and had some big time encoding issues with OBS Studio. So apparently I've got that bug ironed out. And then these, basically we're going to go through the land of squares. So again, you want to continue going toward the north, not south. So you see this next room where you have a choice which direction you can go. You want to go up, north-ish. This is another controller room. This is controller number 6. Anubis is another mini boss. There are 2 bigger bosses. I'll show you the big bosses if they're not dead. Hopefully they're not dead. It'd be nice to see them. Yeah, so we're just running through here. This is our last room where we have to make a decision with gates. And this is Warp Gate 21 is the one we need to go north. So we'll take this one. And voila, here we are, heading north. And this room that looks like a big sponge, that's the SSK boss room. You can see them, again, the monsters are a little higher, 109, 110, 111, 112. So we're going to go this way. And then we're going to make a turn. And I'm going to turn off my provoke skill and my holy aura because it does damage over time in case someone's in here trying to kill this thing. I don't want to irritate them by accidentally knocking its health down a little bit. So we're going to look for SSK. He should be in here. And these are the highest mobs in all the dungeon in this room. So like 112, 110. Notice there's a lot of them. He's not up, so somebody must be pretty close. Or I just didn't see him. Alright. Well, anyway, he's normally in this room. Just remember the big room that looks like a sponge and there's a big fire in the middle of the room. Right? Okay, so now instead of going north, we're going to head south and west down this corridor. And this is another good solo area right here, especially if you're taking a lot of damage in that room. These mobs are close to 110. This is one of my favorite little areas to solo because they die quick. It's a quick spawn room, so you kill one quickly, second one pretty quick, the third one dies, and then by the time the third one's like dying. Oh, and that's interesting. There's the koala. Koala is what, for those who don't know, who don't play this game, if you kill him, he opens a secret portal to go into a harder version of this dungeon. There are less monsters, but they grant more experience. Oh, and there's a crystal. That's just on during the event, so go ahead and kill that. This is where it gets a little crazy with the warp gates. So warp gate 27, we're going to go through that. And basically we're going to turn right back around and go through this one again, which is 29 now. Head south. And then this is the last gate here to the main room, 33. Will take us into Taken Room, which is the big room right here. The big egg-shaped room. Taken is the boss of this dungeon. Now, big open room, right? Show me a video game that doesn't have a big open room with a boss in it, and I'll show you you're wrong. Lots of mobs in here too. I wouldn't recommend this spot for soloing. I mean, you can, but I wouldn't do it. I don't, so I mean, there's that. We're looking for a big dude. You'll see him. We'll be like, oh yeah, that's him. We'll just go around the perimeter here. He might be dead. People might be farming it. So farming, if you don't know what that means, basically you kill the same thing over and over and over. I don't know why I'm lagging right there so bad. Probably because I'm trying to... Oh, there he is right there. That's the boss. That's Taken. So if someone says they need to go to Taken Room, that's Taken right there. Big dude. He's 110. He feared me. He got through. That's pretty cool. There's one more little area of this dungeon that's probably interesting to some. It's a good little spot to party in or solo. This is Warp Gate 31. It will take you to what's called Pizza Room, or the boss, the room behind Taken. And there's no other way to get here, in or out, than that one gate. It's round. There's a bunch of dudes. A whole bunch of dudes. This is a good spot if you want to level very quickly and you have a few people. It's a good place to go. That's about it. So, not much else going on in here. Appreciate you guys watching the stream. My name's Tankard Avail. I'm on the Betrayal server on Rappelz. If you need any help with anything, let me know.